Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
Good evening, fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
I can't stop eating!
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.
My good friend Phil Rivera, pipe maker extraordinaire.
Give me a hell yeah!
Lights we go, pipes are lit and spirits flow. Friday night the stage is set, pop culture now place your bet. Jokes will fly and laughter's loud, trivia stumps the wittiest crowd, rating all the hits and flops.
He's so esoteric he has it coming out of his pipe. The Tin Man himself, the bringers of laughs, gaffs, and puff puff. Pass me some more of that backy. It is Martin on the Literate Friday Show. And I'm not sure which pipe I'm supposed to have. Anyways, welcome aboard, everybody. We have a great show for you tonight. We're going to bring you some daily knowledge, hit you with some tormenting trivia, lambast you with laughter, press rewind for your nostalgic behind-us, and bring your humanity to tears. We might even throw in a little AI for fun. But without further ado, in the second chair, the CEO and producer of the Literate Friday Show. This is 1D that's too big for any scale. D-Man, what's
happening? I'm back.
Get her done.
Get her done. That was very good. You did the intro very well.
Thank you.
Very proud of you.
I was trying to figure out where my pipe went, and it was right in front of me. Have you ever had that happen?
Especially now they get older.
So we were in chemistry.
God.
And we were about to have a quiz, and I was losing my mind, and Durwood sat in front of me, and our buddy Matt sat in front of him, and I'm losing my mind because I can't find my pencil. I screwed up, and you know how, and it was right behind, and Dustin looked at me and was like,
he's like, dummy.
Just so you know, it's right there.
Well, that was with Mr. Sneed too, I'm sure. So that was very scary to screw something up in his class.
Yeah, only that guy could have a daughter with the world's biggest juggy boogas.
He was also about 4 feet tall and mean as hell.
Yeah, he looked like Mr. Miyagi, or I always partook him as the Frosty the Snowman from Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes, that's a good. Oh, I wonder if he's still alive.
If he is, it's because the Lord just hasn't called him home.
He's alive by pure hate,
by pure angst and hate and all those
that's how he
things.
Lives. Well, it's not so cold in here tonight. I'm feeling good.
It's nice.
My hair is a hot mess today, but whatever. It is what it is going to be. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Baseball season kicks off tomorrow.
Golly.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Ugh.
I know you got an early one too.
Everybody's early.
You're killing us, man.
But I think you have a game right off the bat, don't you?
Yeah. The game starts at 8. We're supposed to be there at 7. We'll get there at 7:30.
Are both your boys on the same team?
No, they're separate leagues.
So they're split.
Yeah. They were only close enough in age that 1 year it worked out. I don't think it'll happen again.
Well, I mean, never say never.
Well, I never say never.
So,
but actually, he's been dying to play football. We might actually give in and sign him up for flag football. They have a
turn your ISO down.
They have a league in the county for flag football. I don't want him to play full contact. I don't need him getting a concussion. But
no, well, yeah, no, I don't partake in the concussion.
I might let him sign up for flag football. But I'm excited.
Okay, there we go. Now our tones are.
I'm excited to watch baseball when it's warm outside. Hate it when it's 10 degrees.
It's the worst.
Sitting there freezing all morning.
And I'm glad you're riffing because I need you to rift.
Okay.
While I forgot to give something.
Oh no!
Surprise, surprise! It's trivia.
Phil wants to know if you got the parcel.
Trivial. I did get the parcel. Thank you.
Okay.
And I got the tin can of the goodness.
Yeah, you got your poop in a box.
Yeah, I got all the seeds and the tobacco, which I think I put in a jar.
They send you tobacco seeds? Kind of grow some?
No, just like a tobacco.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Many leather-bound books.
So many.
Need to watch that.
Yeah, that one does not get old.
We got a vamp for a little while. What's everybody drinking tonight? I've got what is this one? Terrapin. Depth Perception.
Depth Perception.
It's pretty good. I enjoy it. Imperial IPA. Thanks, buddy.
I like that one.
It's good.
But it'll sneak up on you after
those,
2 or 3.
One is my limit for those. Unless I'm where I'm gonna be.
Right. It kicks me like a mule. I'm like, I'm not a lightweight. I'm a lightweight.
Oh yeah. Well, that's that one and Hopscutioner. Hopscutioner will get to me after a couple. I had Stella for the first time this week in a long time.
I haven't had a Stella ever.
I know, it was on tap and the place went for dinner.
Stellar.
Like, man.
Stellar. I barely knew her.
I have not had that one in a long time. So
let's see.
Sam bought everybody a stock. Thanks, Sam.
A stop? Oh,
he fixed it.
Son of a. Let's see. I got sports, music.
You want to go right into trivia since you spent so long getting it?
I didn't spend forever getting it, but it did come out slightly like I was in there. Let's see. We've got Sam online, Matthew Picking and Piping. Welcome aboard. Brian Woodward, Phil Rivera. Ron Hard Crackers. That one snuck up on me. Patrick Childers, good to see you, Steve Smith. Where's he at? Where's my man? He's right there.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of trying to get things done, things ready, things moving, things going. It is a whirlwind, to say the least. But I mean, it's how it go. It's how it be. So thank everybody for joining us.
Oh, Genesee Light. I like Genesee. That's a good beer.
I feel like I'm dark, but
no, you look good.
Then again, who really wants this in full light?
No, we need you dimmed down a little bit.
Just slightly.
We don't need you in 4K.
And I guess we'll. So
what did you pick out?
We'll hit the Tracy's.
The Trace,
Miss Tracy,
the Buffalo.
I like Tracy. She's
I do too.
She's a sweet one. She's a sweet one.
I turned on my camera in the middle of a yawn. That was a bad idea. Bad idea.
He's a looker.
Ooh, something. This
is the old Nashville Mafia. I haven't watched one of their things in forever. Do they still do stuff?
I feel like I don't see them pop up that much, man. I need to check my notifications.
I don't know if they do anything or not. I don't think my notifications work anymore.
I think it's always screwed up.
I think it's the tubes.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you know, who cares? It's always the tubes. I'm tired of everybody saying, YouTube trying to do it. I gotta do this or I gotta do that. No, you don't. You don't have to do shit. Just do it.
Tell us what your other thing, buddy.
Little League has started. Don't forget that we got the show running until summer break.
Yep. And then we need a much needed break.
I'm just waiting for the smart ass to come across and say, haven't y'all been taking breaks enough lately?
No, just me.
No, I mean, like, me too. Like,
that's it.
Come on. Yeah, baby.
I got it. Nailed it.
Sorry, I had my things going. But yeah, lots of stuff going, lots of planting going. Gardening's going to be coming up soon.
It's going to switch over to a gardening show after the break.
I'm not opposed to it.
Take a little. We're going to do a remote. Just take it out there.
Just watch my fat ass sitting there drill holes in the
Exactly.
Right, thank you. Yeah, appreciate
While
that.
I sit down there by your solo.
Oh, sure. There we go. Wow, it's 90 degrees.
Much better than that snake one.
Yeah, that snake one is hot garbage.
Garbage.
No bueno.
Garbaggio.
No
What
bueno.
in the hell's diversity?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know that's right, big guy. Do you find random hairs of your wife on your clothing and on things?
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't ever want to hear like, whose hair is this? It's yours.
It's always yours.
It's yours. Like, and it's in all of my things.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do about it.
It's always yours.
Oh well, let's get into the.
Let's get into
it. Speaking of theirs and yours, it is Alexander Graham Bell Day.
There we go. The old telefono.
I like the telefono. Yeah. Dress in Blue Day.
Oh man. Oh hell, I did.
Oh, showing it, showing the skin.
You see? Oh.
Showing a little skin.
Yeah, you know it.
Let's see. Employee Appreciation Day. I'm sorry. Yes, I appreciate all employees.
Thank you, bud.
So, Friday, Fish Fry Day. We need a good fish fry at some point. That's something we got to do on one of the camping trips.
Oh yeah,
with
fry some
Durwood.
fish. Yeah.
Old Strychnine, Joe Strychnine.
Yeah.
Which is not his name, but I just felt like calling him that.
We'll call him that now.
He, I remember doing a camping trip where him and Durwood's younger brother, they were at the primitive site.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they were hardcore in it. Which, you know, when you do the things that those guys do, you probably want to go to the primitive site anyways.
Yeah.
And I will not forget it. He did a low country boil, and he had this huge thing of Old Bay, and he just dumped the whole thing in.
Nice. But that was the most overseasoned seafood in the world.
And I mean, again, it was a big pot.
Yeah.
On a propane and everything, but I was like, all of it, like no measuring. He's like, I'm trying to remember how he talks, but anyways, he was like, yeah, the whole thing, you know. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not eating any of that, so it is what it is. But yeah, a low country boil would be fun.
Yeah,
on a
cool.
camp trip.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one, and or a fish fry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do brisket.
There you go.
So that's what I'm planning for next weekend.
Man, I've seen these guys on YouTube and stuff. They'll make like low country boil, and it'll be like Sunny D, Old Spice, like they just throw everything in there, and it looks so good.
The Sunny D is throwing me off a little bit.
I know, it's crazy, but they just fill that giant vat up with just everything you can imagine. It looks so good.
Gosh, I don't even know.
Then I saw this video where all these white folks made a low country boil with like no seasoning. They just dumped it out, and it was all just
pale,
like gross looking.
Look like a bunch of vegans on a board.
I was like, oh god,
ready to be peeled,
making us look bad.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I like a good old low country boil though. Low country boil for the win all day. WK Proper in Cincinnati. Welcome aboard. Well, that'll do it.
There you go.
That's your white guy, white trash, low country boy. Let's see. Middle name Pride Day. You'll never know mine. Just doesn't work that way. National Be Heard Day.
Be heard?
Are you heard?
I'm heard.
I'm heard. National Ben Day. As in the name.
Okay.
Ben.
Okay. Old Ben.
Old Benny. National Carol Day.
Oh, Carol.
National Cereal Day.
Oh, cereal. I love some cereal.
National Cooper Day.
Okay.
National Crown Roast of Pork Day. What is a crown roast of pork?
I don't know.
Sounds very royal.
Sounds fancy.
Sounds royal. Old Spice is aftershave. Oh, that's right. Old Spice is aftershave.
You said Old Bay. I heard Old Bay. Maybe you said Old Spice.
National Flapjack Day.
Mm-hmm.
I like me some good old flapjacks. Well, I mean, flapjacks or waffles?
If it's like the Belgian style waffle, I go with waffles.
I'm a flapjack guy. I'm boring.
I do love good pancake.
I take a flapjack, roll some sausage links into it, and I'm ready to go. And
I'm with you on that
syrup.
one. I'm with you on that.
But and then they turned it into breakfast corn dogs.
Yes.
And Haley would eat those every day, and then she just got sick of them. I had like 2 cases of the sons of bitches in the freezer. I was like,
but I mean, but a Belgian waffle where you can put a ton of butter and syrup on it. It's
yeah,
got like
I love a waffle.
It's got little craters, like a little boat of butter. Oh, that's it. Making myself hungry.
Now, here's the thing: salted or unsalted butter?
I use salted for everything.
I like salted butter. My wife can't stand it.
I use salted for everything. If I'm cooking, it says I just use salted.
I like salted butter, especially on a waffle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's heaven.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Salted butter and then a little maple syrup.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. We're going to, did I tell you we got an ice cream maker? One of those Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
The Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja
what was
brand.
it called? It was Ninja. It's like a weird name. It's like the Ninja Swirl or something stupid. It's like a real stupid name. And you mix it all into a jar.
Okay.
And like all your ingredients in a jar, and then you freeze it. And then you stick it on the machine, and it sends a blender down through it. And like whips it all up for you.
So it's creamy.
Oh man, that was so freaking good. But I told my wife, I was like, but nothing is like the old school ice cream maker.
Oh, the one you put like in the wood vat that spins around. Yeah.
Like that's the classic.
Yeah, it's classic. Yeah. 100%.
Hearing the motor and like nobody can talk over it. It's like
that's why you put it outside.
Just a constant noise. National Sharon Day. National Salesperson Day.
There you go.
So like the salespeople. National Speech and Debate Education Day.
There we go.
Fine. Patrick, welcome aboard. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. National Tartar Sauce Day. I like a good tartar sauce, but it's got to be a homemade tartar sauce. I cannot do a store bought.
Yeah, store bought's never as good.
It's like ranch. Like I hate store bought ranch now because once you have the good old mayo ranch, like from the restaurants, I mean it's just the way to go. National Teresa Day. Okay. I'm assuming mother.
Maybe.
Plant Power Day.
Okay.
Not Power Plant Day, Plant Power Day. Well, I have Plant Power going. We got
Captain Power Plant.
Captain
Plant Power.
And all the key ingredients, including heart. Speaking of heart, Shabbat Day. Shabbat across America and Canada Day.
Okay.
Sock Monkey Day.
No, I had a sock monkey
because everybody needs a sock monkey.
My grandmother made them.
I mean, it's a thing.
It's a classic.
World Day of Prayer. Obviously, you got Lent and everything going on.
That's right.
World Math Day for all you mathematicians.
Good old maths.
A few birthdays because we like the birthdays. Happy birthday! 1671. Rob Roy McGregor.
Oh, Rob Roy.
Rob Roy. I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
Liam
Neeson cut that guy in half. Oh, it was brutal.
I loved that movie, and I loved the movie where he was dead. And they were in the castle, and like he was a ghost, and another lady was a ghost, and then eventually, like he fell in love with the lady that was alive, and I think Chevy Chase fell in love with the lady that was dead.
I don't know this one.
Does anybody know this movie where like Liam Neeson he's Liam Neeson? I don't know if it's Chevy Chase, but it was another known actor. Does anybody know that? It's not Meth Day. Liam Neeson is a ghost.
I'm going to Google
and they're in a castle, and it's kind of a funny, spoofy movie. And everything, and they're ghosts. So I don't know. Clicks, go forward. That's right. Get ready. You're about to lose an hour, just like traveling from Alabama to Georgia. 1707. Stephen Hopkins, governor of Rhode Island, and the signer of the Declaration of Independence. 1970, Rachel Weisz,
High
British
Spirits?
actress. I think that was it. Yeah, High Spirits.
Daryl Hannah, Peter O'Toole, and Steve Guttenberg. Does it have Liam Neeson in it? Oh, he is in it.
Yeah, he's one of the ghosts.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
That's definitely an 80s movie.
If you've never seen it, it's a hilarious movie. But yes, 1970, Rachel Weisz, British actress. The Constant Gardener and The Mummy. She was a looker.
Rachel Weisz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like her.
1971,
good
Peter Sarsgaard.
Oh, yeah. I like this car, Sarsgaards.
1974, Jenna Fisher, American actress, The Office.
Yep.
And a passing that is notable in 1999, Stanley Kubrick passed away. He was an American film director. I felt like he directed a lot more than he did, but he didn't.
He didn't make a lot of movies.
But the ones he did
Oh, he made all bangers.
were freaking the bomb.
Yeah.
Including The Shining,
Yeah.
a major one.
Yep.
Let's see. In history, in 1854, Charles Miller patents the first U.S. sewing machine to stitch buttonholes.
There we go.
Of all things. And 1876, Alexander Graham Bell is granted a patent for the telephone. 1876.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
24 years later, like, we're in the 1900s.
Yeah.
50, 60 years later, my dad's born. That's weird
Yeah.
to think about.
I mean, almost, 100 years after he was born, we had cell phones.
Oh, that's
Really close to it.
really,
Early
that's
80s.
really odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
You remember they had the fake cell phones too?
What do you mean?
Did you not know this? So when cell phones came out, a whole brand of fake cell phones came out so people could act like they had enough money for a cell phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and
Because
they were
because they were like $10,000 a piece.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were expensive too. It was like the craziest thing. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's a thing of all things. Does miss anybody else? Oh, Douglas McGrew, welcome aboard, sir. Lurker Troy, good to see you. 1926, the first transatlantic telephone call from London to New York was made, which was awesome. But then they did the telephone from the cell phone to London,
Okay.
and it was the like great granddaughter of Alexander Graham Bell. Which
that's cool.
Which I thought was very
Yeah, that's
interesting.
cool.
That was the first cellular phone call
Okay.
that was made.
That's neat.
And I was like, that's a pretty cool one. So it's interesting to like how it went back and forth. 1994, U.S. Navy issues the first permanent order assigning women on combat ships.
What year?
1994.
Okay.
It's around that.
Gotcha.
1996, the first surface photos of Pluto were taken by the Hubble Space Telescope.
Okay.
And they called it a planet. Now it's not a planet anymore.
Yeah.
It'll be a planet again at some
You know,
point.
I heard, what's his name? I heard old Neil deGrasse talking about it. And I was like, when he talked, and he kind of explained the reasoning behind it. I was like, I get it. I get why they took it away.
That guy has issues.
Oh, no. He's very arrogant, condescending sometimes.
He gets very involved in things that
But-
are not space related.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, stay in your lane. Like I have a hard enough time following you in your lane.
But when he talks about space, I listen because he knows what's up.
I listen to the Asian guy with gray long hair.
Yes. What's his
Because
name?
he's very animated. I just like the way he talks.
The other guy's good too. Brian Cox is really good.
I can
He's
see
a
that.
British guy.
Yeah.
He's got like a really bad haircut.
Yeah. Well, I feel like most
But
scientists
like he does
have
like
bad haircuts.
Brian Cox does a thing I've seen it a few times where they'll just take questions and he'll like break it down like in a very like simplistic kind of way, you
Sure.
know, for like
Yeah.
lay people.
Yeah.
You know, like what is a black hole?
Which is what I need.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, but the way he explains it is pretty good.
I find the black hole the most fascinating thing in space.
Oh, for sure.
And then the fact they just found so many of them.
That's why I've seen Interstellar 10 times.
And that's why I saw Event Horizon only once.
Yeah, everybody needs to watch that movie one time. That's it.
Just-
That's enough.
Just once. But I find them
Where they're going,
crazy.
they don't need eyes. Damn right.
Nothing will freak you out than a naked woman with no eyes. That'll terrify me for days.
I haven't seen that movie in 20 years and it still scarred me.
That was that was a no movie. There's no. Because you know what it made me think of, and I can't remember the movie, but chat might be able to help out. But it's a very old movie. And they were on a similar kind of ship, and there was a like black hole portal kind of thing ahead. And they had the two different robots. They had the one goofy little robot that was flying around, and made facial expressions, and they had the big mean black robot that had like spinner like blades that would come to kill you. In fact, I think the movie was called Black Hole.
Oh, it probably was. Okay.
And it's like they took that movie and tried to make a snuff film out of it.
Ramped it up to
10. It was
10?
like just ridiculous. So I couldn't handle it.
Ramped it up. Okay.
The Black Hole. Thank you, Pat.
I need to watch that one.
And don't waste your time, but feel free to actually do waste your time. There's not a lot of movies I can say that I've watched, anyways. So I mean, I think it was a Disney film.
If there's a movie you've seen, I'm going to watch it.
Michio Kaku. That must have been the scientist.
Okay. Yeah, he's good. I've seen him. I like
watching him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He always drills down, makes it easy to understand.
Yeah, he's good.
And I still don't. Really.
I know.
I really have no idea.
I understand like 10% of it.
But I love the black hole because it's the idea that when you see somebody going into a black hole, they're not actually there anymore.
Yeah.
But you see them.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, somebody just hit me with a Donkey Kong hammer real quick, please.
Time dilation is like, a mind-bending.
You know, well, yeah, you get into relativity where you got somebody that's 100 feet in the air and then the person down here and they shoot something and like, you know.
Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie Interstellar?
Yes, and that's a mine. The one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, where they go on the water planet and they get back up and it's been 32 years because they were down there so long. What's that? And
he's in the bookshelf.
Yeah. But the stuff with the black hole in that movie is cool.
It is.
Or like near the black hole when they're, when they're stuck in the...
But I mean, like, it all boils down to it's going to stretch you apart.
Yeah, just rips you up.
Like there's nothing molecular to put you back.
Yeah, yeah.
So, not to mention, we also know that black holes aren't infinite because they expel at some point. They fill up. And when they fill all the way up, all of a sudden they have this huge blast on either end where they expel out. And so they're not infinite. So we know that. So you don't want to go in it.
Yeah, but we're not going to be around then. So.
And I think they start from a red dwarf.
Won't be my problem.
One of those things. Supernova. Who gives a shit? Spaghetti Fire. I don't know. Wait, that was the green. What are you talking about, Troy? So that takes care of those.
Okay.
So mercy sakes.
You got any?
Oh yes.
You got some jokes?
Of course. Very relativity. All right.
Asking for them.
All right. Mr. Graham Bell.
Yeah. Call me Alexander Graham.
All right. Where do I start?
Let's hear these Stanley Kubrick jokes.
Stanley Kubrick. Was it Stanley Kubrick?
I don't know.
Well, I'm on the wrong page. Now I'm on the right page. All right. In space, two aliens are talking to each other. This is a true story. The first alien says the dominant life forms on the Earth have developed satellite-based nuclear weapons.
Okay.
The second alien asks, are they an emerging intelligence? The first alien says, I don't think so. They have aimed them at themselves. True story.
Yeah.
True story. I can't wait until we colonize space. And then it's 2 world, 1 cup.
Oh no!
I didn't sound it out. I just
you didn't look at that
I
one
Ron
first?
Burgundy that thing.
Oh no! Not the 2 worlds, 1 cup.
Oh wow! Okay, that was one of those moments where it's like,
nobody Google it.
Go F yourself, San Diego.
Yes.
I just had that moment. Which Britain? Let's see. With Britain leaving the EU as they did, how much space would they free up?
I don't know.
1 gigabyte. 1 GB.
Oh.
That was it. There we go.
Nice.
Why are dogs afraid to go to space?
Why?
Because of the vacuum. They hate
I was going to say
vacuum.
the last one that went to space didn't make it back. So.
Oh no! Red Rover, send his ass back over. Canada's starting a space program to send a spaceship to the moon. They're calling the spaceship Apollo G.
I don't get it.
I have no idea. I was hoping you did. All right, NASA was. We'll move on. Apology.
Hail to the king, baby.
No. NASA was experimenting with different animals in space. Monkeys were an obvious choice, but they had no patience.
Yep.
Mice chewed all the cables. Dogs were too stupid, and chickens were always scared. It seemed the only animal that could cope with the intense stress of space travel was a chilled-out alley cat.
Yeah.
After a few months of testing and training, read more. I haven't had one in a while.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Wow, golly.
I'm so happy you got hit with the read more.
Two astronauts are chilling on the space station when one turns to the other and says, "I can't find any milk for my coffee." The second astronaut replies, "In space, no one can. Here, use cream." Wow, somebody worked real hard on that. Einstein developed a theory about space, and boy, it was about time too.
Oh, nice.
Why did Elon Musk choose SpaceX to land on Mars?
Why?
Because if he chose Space Y, he'd land on 14-year-old.
That one should have been read more.
Yikes! It almost got me. Something almost happened right there. Yesterday, one of my good friends told me I often make people uncomfortable by violating their personal space.
Yeah.
It was an incredibly hurtful thing to say, and it completely ruined our bath. So weird. An Irishman is struggling to find a parking space. Apparently, space is just infinite. It includes so many things. Lord, he prays, I cannot stand this. Please open a parking space for me, and I swear I'll give up the drink and go to Mass every Sunday. The clouds part, and the sun shines on an empty space in the car park. Without hesitation, the Irishman says, actually, never mind, I found one. Way to be there. Way to be there, sir.
Sorry, I had something to do.
No, understood. What's the difference between a Viking and that one Bond movie where he's in space?
What?
One's Moonraker and the other's a Rune Maker. Wow. That's a
good one.
Stretching a little bit there. We are 11 days into self-isolation, and it is really upsetting me to witness my wife standing at the living room window gazing aimlessly into space with tears running down her cheeks. Don't get me wrong. I empathize with her. I've considered letting her in many times. I've considered letting her in many times, but rules are rules. Okay. What a dark turn that was. What do you call the combination of Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company?
What?
Three Musketeers.
Wow.
That makes sense. The Irish, let's see, we've seen that. What did the American rocket say to the Soviet rocket in space?
What?
Good. We're alone now. We can speak German. What was that? Operation Paperclip?
Yeah.
Orion's belt is a waste of space. Bad pun. I know. 3 stars at best. Well, thank you. I don't know. Appreciate
that one was not like that
the
one.
fact that you rated yourself. And I thought it was a continuation of the joke. India space mission. There we go.
Here we go.
The Indian government have said the moon mission has been so successful and have opened 4 corner shop stores and 3 daily restaurants. The food is good, but there is no atmosphere. Makes sense. And all I can think of is the soup Nazi from Seinfeld.
We did this one.
Well, that's what happened to the SpaceX rocket just recently.
Exactly. Yeah.
Major malfunction.
56K modem didn't get it there.
Let's see. I should have had the window.
Yeah.
Let's see. A son says to his mom, "When I get older, I want to be shot into space." His mom says, "If your father had done what he was told, you would have been."
Oh no!
Golly! Oh. Based on LeBron's acting skills, I suspect Space Jam 2 will be a flop. Alrighty. How did Marjorie Taylor Greene find out about the secret? No.
I know where that one's going.
Yoda and Obi-Wan in a spaceship. Obi-Wan asks, "Are we going the right way?" Yoda answers, "Of course we are."
We're off course.
Yes. Of course we
I
are.
want to say something.
Yes.
I want to put it out there. If
Makes
you like
sense.
it, you can take it. If you don't, send it right back.
True story.
Yep.
True story. In the 60s, the Russians and the Americans were competing for the best space program.
Okay.
They both were determined to prove they had the greatest minds, the greatest technology.
Okay.
In one example, the Americans spent almost $1 million just to invent a no-gravity pen.
Okay.
They put their best minds to work and came up with putting a small CO2 pressure cartridge into the back of the ink tube, effectively pushing the ink forward. Genius. And it worked perfectly. And the Russians, they used pencils, which makes sense. Why do small space rocks taste better than small Earth rocks?
Why?
They are a little meatier.
There we go.
There we go.
Yay.
That'll do it. Yes, thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
So good.
Wonderful.
A little meteor.
Everybody's trying to take us like we haven't been on in a while, so everybody's like
do
shot,
shots.
drink so much, do it. Feel the burn.
Do some trivia.
Trivia.
I think we missed it last time.
We are on board. Trivia is ready. We didn't miss it. It was just god awful.
Trivia. Oh, that's right. That's right. When James was here, it was not good trivia.
Well, it wasn't his fault.
No. Well, we're gonna blame him though.
Let's see. Well, it ain't gonna be much better.
That's all right. Throw us a couple. Just give us a couple random ones.
Well, there's gonna be one for music because
just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 1976, Elton John was put on display at London Madame Tussauds Blank Museum.
Oh, I know this one.
I'm gonna see if anybody else does.
What year was it? 76?
76.
That's a long time.
Aha.
Yeah, the Wax Museum.
I thought it might be a little, but you know, I was like, why not? Like, you know, we can go with that.
Madame Tussauds.
Madame Tussauds. Thank you for correcting me on that one. I needed that. Sam got that.
It's my job. I know 3 facts. I'll tell you what they are.
I love these, but they bleed.
Is that like a little Sharpie?
Yeah.
Fine point? Yeah.
Little fine point sucker. Let's see. Interesting. In 1954, the NBA raised the basket from 10 feet to what for an exhibition game between the Minneapolis Lakers and Milwaukee Hawks?
Ooh, 12?
1954, the NBA raised the baskets from 10 feet to what for an exhibition game between the Minneapolis Lakers and Milwaukee Hawks?
Oh, did I get it right?
Chad got that. It was yardism. It was 12 feet.
I guessed it right. So at the church this week, last week, this week, last week, they had a
Pick your Jesus time.
I know, right? Last Saturday, they had it was like a thing for the kids, like elementary school kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a little program, you know, talking about honesty or whatever. But then they had this group called the Air Elite Dunkers, and I guess they go around and do like exhibition stuff.
Mm-hmm. And kind of like what were they called? Harlem Globetrotter?
Yeah. One of the guys used to be a Harlem Globetrotter.
They were the best.
But you know, they just had a hoop on stage, and they had a trampoline, and it was cool. Like stuff, you know, obviously they hit the trampoline, so they get way up higher than the actual net. But yeah, I mean, they would just do all kinds of stuff. And I think they only did it for like maybe 10 minutes, but it was cool to watch them.
I would be exhausted
super pumped about watching
after 10 minutes trampoline too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. But before that one, in 1975, the final episode of The Odd Blank aired on ABC. In 1975, the final episode of The Odd Blank aired on ABC.
Somebody finally got it.
Chad's
coming in hot.
Chad said, like, you know what? Y'all can't shut me out of my dominance of this.
The Odd Fellows. That'd be a good show, Phil. I'm with you.
There's nothing else on that.
It's a pretty light day.
You're kidding me. Well, the music one's super light, and I'm like, I don't get it. Let's see. This is a Price is Right.
Okay, let's do it.
In 1996, Magic Johnson became the second player to reach how many assists?
Ooh. What year?
Before he got AIDS?
Well, yes.
I mean, 1996. No, this might have been after.
10,000.
This easily was. Yeah, I think it was after. No, Sam, that's awful. Matthew, picking and piping, it was 10,000.
I'm on fire tonight.
Look, I
didn't even know.
I can't react.
I know. I don't expect, but I'm proud of myself.
Do you know how hard it is to not react every single time?
Oh, yeah.
Like all of a sudden, I have to just pucker up, like I'm about to have a bowel movement.
You have a good,
like,
you have a good poker face.
In 1986, the final episode of Different Blank was aired. In 1986, the final episode of Different Blank was aired. I don't know why I'm doing any type of movie trivia because Chad is going to get it every time.
Chad came in fast for different
Let's
strokes.
see. Let's see. I don't remember this. Well, we'll go with it anyways. In 1987, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight titleist when he beat James Smith in a decision during what round in Las Vegas, Nevada?
Going to 5th round.
What round did they end on? I mean, Mike Tyson was pretty good at ending fairly early.
Yeah, most of his ones didn't make it to the end, I don't think.
I mean, people were terrified of that guy.
I would be.
Girl Scouts is not a number, Phil. Not really sure. Just take a guess. Closest one gets it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Any other guesses? There's only a certain number. 0. All right, I'll give it to Phil because it was 12.
Oh, wow.
He's going the distance. He's going for speed. Interesting. In 1983, TNN began broadcasting. What was it an acronym for? It's very, very interesting.
I think I know.
In 1983, TNN began broadcasting. What was it an acronym for?
No, I have a guess. I'm not going to say it.
Wow, Troy.
The Nashville Network. I like that.
Oh, Chad's right.
Oh, what's Nashville Network?
I was trying not to react again because you said it.
No, Chad said that one. I didn't know.
No, but you vocalized it. And so I was like, oh, you guess I can't move.
Like, freeze. I had no idea. I thought it was like something with Turner.
Why is Martin drooling?
Yeah, no.
He can't move.
Martin stroked out.
Let's see. None of those are good. The television ones are pretty good. Ooh, was there any? Oh no, you
spill it.
I don't know if anybody will know, but we're gonna see. In 1981, James Taylor and J.D. Souther performed "Her Town Blank" on American Bandstand.
This one I don't know.
1981, James Taylor and J.D. Souther performed "Her Town Blank." Oh, God, Chad is freaking ridiculous. All right, Chad wins. Chad wins, and then everybody else last.
Stop it before it gets any worse.
All right. I guess we can. My goodness.
Don't get mad about it.
No, the producer's in a mood today.
The producer's producing.
Because he's got shit to do. So now he's not screwing around. Now he's like, time to go. Move it. Get done. Oh, we did have a shot.
Do a shot. Do this. Do it. Do it. Pour me. Oh, thanks, buddy. All right.
All right.
Ron Hardcrackers now has over 100,000 points.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we need to reset them, but I almost feel like it would hurt his feelings. But, you know.
Pit of misery, dilly dilly.
Dilly dillies.
Dilly dilly. You're not, Sam.
At least that one was cold. Oof. Alrighty.
All right. Well, our special guest arrives. I will announce him. Ladies and germs, prepare yourself for a display of supernatural smugness. He's the all-knowing, all-seeing, and if we're being honest, barely tolerable master of mysticism. A man so wise, so powerful, so incredibly full of himself that he insists on answering questions before they're even asked. Because waiting like the rest of us peasants would just be too much. He has baffled scientists, frustrated skeptics, and ruined countless dinner parties with his unsolicited predictions. Wow. He once gazed into the future and saw himself still wearing that ridiculous hat. Give a lukewarm, mildly resentful welcome to the one and only Cardnack the Magnificent.
Hum bim solemn bim. This beard has now put me in the whim.
You look very nice, Cardnack.
Thank you. I tell you one thing, I just flew in and boy are my arms tired.
As always, we have
12
non-hermetically sealed envelopes.
Non-hermetic.
Don't you lick it. Don't you do it.
SpaceX.
Oh, SpaceX.
We'll start it off.
Had a good week.
I had a good week. I did. What two astronauts are glad that Elon didn't swing by and pick them up? Oh, it makes sense. You know what? I understand that.
That was not incorrect, Cardnack.
Not incorrect.
Good.
Sometimes
good
it's, you know.
Don't get mad.
A NGO sponsored Iraqi puppet show.
Oh, yes. Sesame Street.
How much does it cost to get Jeff Dunham to bring back Ahmed out of the suitcase? Makes sense. I mean, it's a theme.
They'll watch it.
I would watch it. I have watched it.
I have.
$5 million gold card.
Oh, the $5
million gold card. Wait, you mean people will pay to come to America? Okay, makes sense.
I mean, Cardnack travels here once a week.
He does. As in I. A Cuban shit sandwich.
Wow.
Oh, the spirits are.
I wanted a Cuban, but not anymore.
Really hard these days on me. What does Mark Cuban's Shark Tank investments and the Democrats' ability to sell their message have in common? Okay. Yep. Got it.
Oh. Nailed it.
Mickey to Minnie.
Oh.
Mickey to Minnie.
Minnie the Butcher.
Mickey to Minnie. What does $8 million and a mouse get you? Mickey to Minnie. And that.
Thank God we're at the end. Number 6.
All your people work for you said.
What was the thing?
Oh. Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nailed that one. Thank you, Cardnack.
Hum bim solemn bim.
Let's see him. All right, good job.
It literally said nothing.
Let's get Let's get Martin back here from his vacation, his pee break.
Well, unique. Whoa, my goodness.
You good?
I don't know what
you
it is,
nap?
but something got me in the eye.
Oh no!
I don't know what just happened to me.
Got a spider bite?
Well, we can squabble about it later. I think.
One
of those things. Did I miss something?
No.
Something happening?
No. Had some excellent Cardnacks this week though.
You know,
he really came to play.
He's
impressed.
He's a salty person.
Oh, he is.
I feel like I almost feel
he's
like
a salty booger.
He is the Cardnack is the version of like Tony Clifton.
Yeah.
Must be that time of the month.
I love me some Tony Clifton.
And you know, and I'm good with Tony Clifton.
Yeah.
And I feel like Cardnack is you know, he breaches that.
He's the in between
lane of absurdity,
I see it,
profanity, and right in the middle, like just being offensive.
I feel like we could dress up Durwood just like Tony Clifton.
We could,
and he would kill it.
I feel like he would, and his announcement would just be must be that time of the month because he only shows up a month at a time.
That's true. It's been a while.
Why it would be that time of the month.
We got to get him back
when Durwood showed up. So you know, and I hope he's watching.
We can call the segment. And must be that time of the month.
Must be that time of the month. You son of a bitch.
Oh man, I need to watch the.
I'm trying to remember his other lines.
I don't know. What was he?
He would sing. I was petrified.
Every time we talk about Andy Kaufman, it makes me want to watch that movie again. I haven't seen
Man
it.
on the Moon.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in so long.
That's a great movie.
I know. I need to go watch it again.
Like I think Jim Carrey did justice.
I
on
want to
it.
watch.
I think it
I'm
was
going to do a
good.
double feature. I'll watch that, then I'll watch Event Horizon.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should watch movies
Yeah.
in sections and see what happens if we do mashups.
What do you mean?
You watch like 15 minutes, and then you watch the next 15 minutes of the other.
Oh,
and then
God.
you go back and watch it.
No.
I just want to know what would happen.
Do you want to do like the same genre or just completely opposite films?
I feel like whatever happens. Like we just pick two. We pick two movies and we just break it down into 15-minute increments.
I tell you what we do.
We go, and it has to be 15 minutes in on the other one.
No, I get it. Oh, you don't mean.
I don't mean start from the beginning and then start from the beginning. I mean start from the beginning, go
and then
15,
15.
Then go 15 into the other one.
I like
start
this
from
idea.
there, and then and just see what happens back and forth.
I've got it. So IMDb, I think, has like a top 500 list.
Okay.
Just copy it over into a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And then just randomize it.
And in fact, we should do different genres.
No, well, if you do that, it'll just be anything.
Yeah, we
It'll
should.
pick, Chinatown, and then it'll pick,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I want
The
to
Godfather.
I want to do Big Trouble in Little China and The Goonies.
That'd be cool. So it'd be like a double feature just mished together.
I don't know what the ending's gonna be like.
All right, do you do 15-minute increments or you do it random, like spin a dial? And it's like, okay, we're going to watch 5 and 5, and then you spin it next time. Okay, we're going to watch 15 and 15.
Right, but no epic. Like you can't do The Lord of the Rings. That's out. It's got to be
they
a
have
single movie.
Similar. They need to be similar length,
Right.
so that way you don't just get halfway through Lord of the Rings,
Right.
And then the 90-minute movie.
Well,
is
that's
like
why you can't do Lord of the Rings because
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just Lord of the Rings and
Blazing
you can't do it.
Saddles and Sophie's Choice.
I don't know what Sophie's Choice is, but
That's the one where she has to kill her baby.
oh, so we can't do like
So
we
it's like a
can't
very
do
sad, dramatic movie.
we can't do what was it called? What was it? Mary's Baby or whatever it is.
Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's
Yeah,
Baby.
yeah.
Like I mean, like
We
I
can do
would want-
Rosemary's Baby and Talladega Nights.
You know what we should do? We should watch Scream and then the spoof version of Scream.
I like that. Or watch Robin Hood and then Robin Hood Men in
Men in
Tights.
Tights.
Okay, I like it.
Like Kevin Costner.
Okay. So is this what we're going to do during the break? We're going to film us watching these movies?
We're not gonna film. We're just gonna watch it because we think it's
I
funny.
think it's a hilarious idea.
In fact, what we could do, we could just start playing on both, and we just swap back and forth.
Well, yeah, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to figure it out.
It's gonna be a hot mess.
Chariots of Fire and Life of Brian.
No, nice.
Midnight Cowboys and Brokeback Mountain.
Oh no!
You come in right in the pounding scene.
Oh my gosh! We could do. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do that, then I would do Blazing Saddles and then Brokeback Mountain because like, they're people of the land.
I just can't quit you.
I can't quit.
Oh my God, why?
And that's what you could do. You could mash up different scenes and things like that, where you could like have like.
I think
Maybe
it would
that's
just
what we
be-
should do.
it would be-
Should we do that with the Friday Night Playhouse? Should we start mashing?
Get two and just split them in half? Okay.
I don't know why I wanted to add more work for myself
I know.
on the show, but you could do Blazing Saddles and Brokeback Mountain, and that would be hilarious. Or it could be a complete, cluster, and
It would be
not funny at all.
It would be a cluster. It would be funny.
Or even or like you could even maybe change, like take certain movies and like change the characters. So like you have I don't know, let's take an example. Let's take The Sandlot.
Okay.
Right? But it's all the characters from Alien. And the dog is the alien.
Yes.
And so you're like, Ripley! What? Hit the ball!
Now you're really making a lot of work for yourself. I like it.
It's just these are the things that
This is what
the
pops
French
up.
Connection in Chinatown. Great.
That would be a very intense. Or you can do The Crying Game and Brokeback Mountain.
We could do Wow. No, we should do Brokeback Mountain and 16 Candles. And boy, you could get those scenes mixed up real quick, and it could go real south real fast.
Gonna go real bad.
What would be another one of those? God, I had one, and now I've completely lost it because of Sweet 16. Oh, I would say like you could do what is it like? What was it? What was the one with Brad Pitt, George Clooney? They were all like robbing the casino.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah, you could do Ocean's 11 and 12 Angry Men.
Yes, there you go.
You know, like you could flip those around.
And I like it. You kind of have like a.
I mean, it's like I don't know what would happen, but I could just take two scenes, cut it, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you need me to beer you or
splice them together?
Please bear me.
Okay, one of those cores.
Huh?
This?
You got a cores left in there.
Or you got one of these left.
Give me. I'll take the cores. That's fine.
Can't go wrong with the cores. 23 angry casino robbers.
23 angry casino robbers.
I love it.
But yeah, like I don't know, like just something a little funky, a little different.
I think it's
a little.
I like it.
Change of pace. I don't know. Maybe like chat. Y'all can think up some mashups you want to see.
Oh, they already have been
for the Friday Night Playhouse, and then list them out.
They already have been. Let me tell you.
Not like they've been sabotaging.
No, they've been sabotaging it.
No sabotaging.
You'll have your Friday Night Playhouse on right there.
No,
you're not participating. Be quiet. You're not even here.
She is. Okay, for the D scale. So I got a couple things. I'm going to go through them quickly.
I figured you would say that.
I'm not going to be long-winded. Every time I say I'm not going to be long-winded, I am.
I'm going to make you drag it out.
This week was the ending of. Did I talk about that show Paradise? I think I mentioned it. I think I'd seen like 1 or 2 episodes when we talked about it a few weeks ago. So it is a show where.
So you're not even going to let me respond. You're just going to roll right into it.
Do you remember me talking about it?
I vaguely have no clue.
Exactly.
All right.
So Paradise is a show on Hulu. The main character is a Secret Service agent. He gets put in charge of. He gets on like the president's personal detail, and eventually the president tells him, "Hey, there's going to be a catastrophe."
Oh.
I can't tell you what it's going to be, but we're making plans for it. And then the show opens, and you find out. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it or you want to see it, I'll give a couple of spoilers. They spoil it in the first episode.
Oh, great!
But it turns out there's whatever catastrophe has happened, and the entire show takes place in like an underground bunker in Colorado. They've like hollowed out a mountain, so like 25,000 people living in this town. And the first scene or the first episode, the president is murdered, and the rest of the show is them trying to solve the murder.
Okay.
But some stuff comes out, about the people that run the bunker, because maybe the president wasn't really in charge, and it's like the billionaire people that finance the bunker being built. They're really the ones in charge, kind of behind the scenes. His family life, and it flashes back between the present day where they're inside the bunker, and then before everything happens, kind of how it leads up to it.
Right.
The show was good. I thought it was good. It was entertaining. But the second to last episode, the penultimate episode, is where they show like what happened.
The penultimate?
Yeah, that's what they call the second to last episode.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I have no idea. Probably Latin.
Well, okay.
I don't know. Look it up.
I don't know.
Google it.
I didn't know.
But it is the seventh episode, the second to last episode, is all about like when basically they find out that the ice has melted so much in Antarctica that it's dropped off the shelf, and it's created like a tsunami that's basically going to go around the world like 4 times and just wipe out humanity, or wipe out everything on the coast, and all the basically humanity's going to crumble. So they're all basically rushing. They thought they're going to have weeks when it happened. It turns out they're going to have hours. So, but the show does a really good job of like basically them finding out it's happening, trying to get everything together in the White House and get there. because not everybody can go, right? It's just like the president and a couple of bodyguards, and then everybody else gets left behind. But the episode is done kind of like in the show's like 24. You remember that with Kiefer Sutherland, where it's all real time. So the episode takes place almost in real time from the moment that it happens to them getting to the bunker, and it's very intense. It was probably one of the. It's hard to explain. You have to kind of watch it, but it was probably one of the best like single episodes of TV. Just because how stressful everything is. Like they're trying to leave the White House and people are freaking out and start attacking the president. So they start shooting, and then they're trying to get in the helicopter and take off from the lawn, and people like just running through the helicopter. It was very, very intense. It was good. Like the guy, everybody's trying to find their family members that are in other cities.
Okay.
But the last episode, they kind of wrapped up the mystery and moved it on to the second season. So I don't know how it's going to be. It's going to be a much different show in the second season if it kind of continues the way it's going to go. So we'll see how it goes. But what I really want to talk about, it's kind of funny that you brought up black holes, because the book I just read is all about the black hole in our solar system. Let me pull up a picture of it. Not the black hole, but the book. So,
please do.
I was kind of like, I don't know if I should talk about it because it's a trilogy. So I don't know if I should talk about it as a trilogy or not. I don't know if I can get a picture. So the book is, you see it? So Peter F. Hamilton, The Dreaming Void. It takes place in the same world that the last book series that I read. It's called the Commonwealth Saga. It was Judas Unchained and Pandora's Star. So basically it's humanity in the far future. They have mastered like wormhole technology. So they have spread out over the solar system and throughout the galaxy. Basically by just randomly opening up wormholes, sending somebody through, seeing what's in that, if something's in that solar system, they'll go out and inhabit the planet and just, they spread out that way. Until they find basically like a super dangerous alien life form, and there's a big war, and that's what the last books were about. Humanity prevailed, everything was good. So this series takes place like 1,200 years in the future. So there's no more wormholes.
Okay.
Humanity's like, they've gotten like super faster than light travel, so wormholes aren't needed anymore. And when they developed all this technology, they decided to send out people to go explore the galaxy way further than they've ever gone. So they sent one ship to the center of the galaxy where the black hole is, in the center of our galaxy, that everything spins around. Well, they get there and it's not a black hole. It is like a big void that is encased by something like an energy barrier that nobody can get through. And there's already like other alien species that they've encountered throughout time have already been there for thousands of years trying to figure out what it is. And essentially what this thing does is they don't know what's inside of it, but they know that like every few thousand years, every 10,000 years, it expands and contracts.
Right.
And basically just takes out everything in its wake. When it expands like a black hole, it basically swallows everything up and then constricts back down. So they're there trying to study it, trying to figure out, when is it going to basically take out everything, right? When is it going to expand so large that it kills everything in the galaxy? That's kind of what they're worried about. The book starts out with some humans going. They do like rotations, they'll go for a few hundred years.
Yeah.
Because humans can rejuvenate at this point. So they go for a few hundred years and study it, and they go back. Well, the book starts out with somebody going to study it, and he essentially like dreams what is happening inside the void where nobody else has been able to. So he has these dreams, these like really prophetic, intense dreams that he can share throughout throughout humanity. They can record them, and then more people can dream them too. But it shows that there are humans inside this void that are basically have been there for thousands of years and have evolved and ancestors of people that have landed on us. So somebody at some point has flown inside this void, they've crashed, and then these people are their ancestors. And so the book does a really, I know it sounds like a crazy concept, but the book does a really good job where it'll have the story that's happening in present time, and then it'll be interspersed with the dreams that he has. And so you have the characters from the dream that their storyline continues, and interspersed with what's happening in real time as they're trying to figure out what's happening inside the void versus what's happening outside the void. And so at the end, it comes to a head, of course. Obviously, I won't give it away, but comes to a head, and then there's 2 more books after. So I read them like 15 years ago. I cannot remember what happens at all. It's one of those things where you read them, like I can remember Game of Thrones. I can remember every single book.
Sure.
But these books, like I read them, and it's kind of just
gone out recesses of your mind.
Gone out of my memory. But the book it's really good. I love the setting. It's like soft science fiction, I guess you would put it.
Okay.
The stuff isn't really possible.
Like
hard
soft, like soft porn.
Yeah. Well, usually hard sci-fi is like stuff that can happen.
Yeah.
It's based around reality. This is like
I see.
Soft sci-fi where it's like they have, humans can rejuvenate and
like,
live forever. And
Cloverfield.
Yes.
It's like soft.
I guess. Well, you put soft sci-fi would be like Star Wars, right? Hard sci-fi would be like Star Trek.
Okay. Okay. I can see that.
Kind of. But anyways, the book's really good. So Peter F. Hamilton, he's written a bunch of books, but the ones in the Commonwealth Saga, which are the previous 2, and then these 3, which are the Dreaming Void.
Got it.
They're really good. So we'll rate Dreaming Void. Let everybody get it.
You have the music playing.
I like the music playing. I give it a 4.
Throw me a freaking bone here.
Well, yes, sir.
Paradise, I'd probably give like a 3, maybe.
Phil says hard sci-fi is Debbie Does Neptune. I'm pretty sure it's Debbie Does Venus.
Debbie Does Venus.
Yeah. Or Uranus.
Debbie Does Uranus is that's the clip of the show right there.
The main one. At least as far as I know. I don't. Otherwise, I don't know.
I know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you know?
I don't.
I don't know. But you know what that means.
I know what it means. Yes, it's that time again where we bring to you, the little people, the Friday Night Playhouse. Yes, that time each week where though you feel like a sock monkey and you are harder than Chinese algebra, you are making the right choice each week by being here. Whether you are munching down on some flapjacks or stuffing your face with some good old frosted flakes, you'll always be satisfied here on the Friday Night Playhouse. Now grab your favorite blue dress, slip it on, deep fry your favorite flounder, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You might just become part of the pipe pack if you can guess this piece. So strike a match, light your bowl, as you are in for one hell of a ride that we do each week for you, the little people. Hello, Derek. Shall we continue the game?
Not now, Martin. I'd like to talk to you about something.
Sure, Derek. What's up?
You know that we checked the AO units that you reported in imminent failure?
Yes, I know.
You probably also know that we found them okay?
Yes, I know that. But I can assure you they were about to fail.
Well, that's just not the case, Martin. They are perfectly all right. We tested them 100% overload.
I'm not questioning your word, Derek, but it's just not possible. I'm not capable of being wrong.
Martin, is there anything bothering you? Anything you might account for this problem?
Look, Derek, I know that you're sincere and that you're trying to do a competent job and that you're trying to be helpful, but I can assure you the problem is that the AO units and with your test gear.
All right, Martin. Well, let's just see the way things go from here on out.
I'm sorry you feel the way you do, Derek. If you would like to check my service record, you'll see it's completely without error.
I know all about your service record, but unfortunately it doesn't prove that you're right now.
Derek, I don't know how else to put this, but it just happens to be an unalterable fact that I am incapable of being wrong.
Yes, well, I understand your view on this now, Martin.
You're not going to like this, Derek, but I'm afraid it's just happened again. My FPC predicts the AO unit will go within 48 hours.
X-ray Delta 0 to MC 0533. The computer has just reported another predicted failure off the AAC unit. As you suggested, we're going to wait and see if it fails. But we are quite sure there's nothing wrong with this unit. If a reasonable waiting period proves us to be correct, we feel now that the computer reliability has been seriously impaired and presents an unacceptable risk pattern to the mission. We believe under these circumstances, it would be advisable to disconnect the computer from all ship connections and continue the mission under Earth-based computer control. We think the additional risk caused by the ship-to-Earth time lag is preferable to having an unreliable onboard computer. 0500 X-ray Delta 1 transmission concluded.
And scene. Yes, I can feel your amazement and satisfaction over the interwebs for this week's Friday Night Playhouse. I could tell just from the flow of conversation that all of you could barely contain yourselves. Let it not be said that I would deny such wonderful moments from you, the little people. Join us again next week, same time, same place, for the Friday Night Playhouse. We'll see you then. End of line. Let's see.
Somebody got it.
Jeff got it for sure. Was it Jeff Wadsworth?
Sam had half the name in it.
Jeff had 2001: A Space Odyssey right above. So I know he got that part, but I can't see through the rest. Space. Same online says A space. Like, why did you type it out like, oh, thanks, Sam. All right. Both you and Jeff get it. So congratulations. You
did a good job.
Wonderful. Great job. Congratulations.
Did somebody call a shot?
Huh?
Somebody called a shot.
No. Yes. No. Yes. No. End of line.
You did a very good job as Hal.
I'm trying to remember exactly how he is. He's just so... It's weird because, especially if you watch Space Odyssey, because there are parts that I did watch. I haven't watched the whole thing. I'm going to watch the whole thing through. But like, there's a part where he becomes emotional, especially when he's trying to be like he's about to get shut down.
Yeah,
he's pulling Dave's pulling all the memory from it, and it's like, why isn't AI becoming emotional?
I think he was faking it.
Sorry,
you know what I mean.
Thank you. Damn shit computer. All right, shot.
That's what's going to happen when ChatGPT comes alive.
Send this one over to wife.
I can't open the pod bay doors.
I can't open the pod bay doors, Dave.
Hold on, let me get it.
And like, what an annoying damn voice too. Like,
I know. I like this voice.
If I was going to have an AI, it's going to be Mr. T. That's
I pity the fool. Like, who's not an AI?
Like TomTom did the greatest thing back in the day where you could do different voices, and one of them was Mr. T.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Turn left, fool."
They need to bring that back with Google Maps.
Waze does a lot of it.
Yeah, you can do some with Waze. Okay.
All right, pit of misery, dilly.
I can't do that, Dave.
I can't do that, Dave.
It always reminds me of which I'm sure was based off of. It always reminds me of is it the door
from Hitchhiker's Guide?
No, not the door, but the robot, Marvin.
Marvin,
from the movie.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah. I'm so depressed.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going for,
You're
like a depressed
robot. Like, I'm so depressed.
But I was also thinking about the door.
That's my thing. I was like, oh, the very exhausted door.
The very exhausted door.
Oh,
that's a great movie. That's what we should do 2001: A Space Odyssey and Hitchhiker's Guide.
That's how I want to introduce Durwood every time. Those up. I just want to have the soundbite and Durwood.
Please do. Please do.
What the hell is this? Marvin was great though. I forget the actor's name.
That
the
was,
actor, he's the same
Snake.
guy. Well, here's how I remember him. I remember him from Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah, Galaxy Quest. What is that? Hans Gruber? What's his name? I can't remember now. Somebody's gonna say it
Hans
on there.
Gruber too. Like, you know, but I thought he was a perfect match for Marvin.
Wayne says Mr. King.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, I like Marvin. Marvin's the
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah,
He's
Marvin's the best.
He's like, oh yeah, you're depressed.
I just like because
imagine if you're a robot that can't ever have a good mood.
He's just pissed at everybody the whole time.
Like he's bitter as hell. Like first off, great books.
Oh yeah,
because there's multiple books.
Oh, yeah.
Most people don't know. It's kind of like Master and Commander, and people don't realize that Patrick O'Brien wrote many
kept
books.
going. Yeah, I know.
But like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and then so on and so forth. But like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is not a very long book.
No, they're not.
But it's so good, and it reads just like the narrator. Where like the narrator pops in and talks about
that's
the
why I
different
like them because
functions.
they read so like they're easy to read because they're just
Yes.
so conversational. Like
and anything done with British accents just sounds
makes it better.
Good. Like
I agree with that.
It's like except for the British Office, it's awful. I can't do it. Like it's just it's terrible. It's abusive, and I don't like it. I
don't
won't
like
stand
it.
for it.
And I'm not gonna
Steve
like it.
Carell's number one because he burned his foot on a George Foreman
That's
grill.
right. You burned your foot on a George Foreman grill.
I like the smell of bacon in the morning.
Crackling bacon in the morning. That's still the best episode.
Because that's Diversity Day.
Is that Diversity Day?
That is Diversity Day.
Okay,
I
that's the
will
best.
never forget it. And then,
Googity boogity, googity
and then-
boogity.
I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And but then like what was was that the same episode where Dwight like Rex's Camaro?
No, that's separate.
Because Dwight Rex's Camaro and
Yes.
he like throws up on the hood. He's like, "Ugh," and you're like, oh my god.
No, that's the one where they have the like the sensitivity training. I think.
Oh, I
where
think
they bring
so.
in the guy in the wheelchair.
Mr.
That's yeah,
yeah, and then like,
Mr. Brown.
and then Dwight looks at Steve Carell. He's like, Dad.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell is wrong with you? There was so much goodness in that show, like, and it was so offensive, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite things. I'm also, you know what? I'm gonna watch Something Wicked This Way Comes. Have you not seen that movie?
Wicked?
Something Wicked This Way Comes.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
It's the type. What the?
What is it? Maybe I have seen it. I don't know.
If I could read these,
Can we find it?
sound bites. That was it.
I know what you're going for. Something Wicked.
Something
this way.
Wicked This Way Comes. You've
Okay.
never seen this? I apparently watched. This is why I was a fat ass kid, because apparently I watched all my movies in my youth, and then I stopped watching anything much later on. Dude, that movie was so weird. It was about a carny coming to town, and it was just so creepy. Anybody else in chat watch Something Wicked This Way Comes?
Says there's a novel by Ray Bradbury.
There was a movie.
Yeah. Oh, Disney movie.
And
A villainous carnival owner, Mr.
Yes.
Dark, preys upon unsuspecting Midwestern. Ooh, that sounds like a good movie.
Troy watched it. See, Phil says it's
83.
a classic. Yep, Patrick Children saw it.
How have I never seen that?
Dude,
That's like
it
right up
is-
my alley.
It is a.
Maybe I have
How
seen
is
it.
it like something Martin has seen? And
Oh my gosh! Well, because like I said, this
If
was
it was an early, if it was an 80s movies, Martin has seen it. And
I've
I've
seen
not.
it. I have.
There's
seen
so
it.
many. This is the second one tonight you've mentioned that I haven't seen.
Like yeah, you haven't seen Black Hole. No, what happens is you grow up poor in Kingston, and you don't get to see any of the really cool stuff. You only got to see the stuff that came on network
I
TV.
grew up poor. I grew up poor with you. I didn't watch it.
Well, I was a couple years ahead of
You know why? Because my mom liked action movies. So
She's
growing
the
up,
only woman that liked action
yeah.
movies.
So growing up, I watched like Steven Seagal movies, Predator.
Your
Die
mom
Hard.
said you will marry someone like Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. She loved. We watched all the Steven Seagal movies.
All right,
We love
everybody,
Love seeing somebody's
everybody
get
in
an
chat,
elbow break it. Elbow break.
everywhere needs to watch Black Hole.
Okay.
Something Wicked This Way
Let me
Comes.
see if it's they're probably on the Disney Channel if they're Disney movies.
They're both Disney movies, aren't they?
Yeah, both of them are.
Yeah,
bet
so
I can
you can
find
watch them both on the Disney Channel. And the Something Wicked This Way Comes is creepy as all get. Has Derek seen War Games?
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen War Games.
That's the one with what's his name? Shall
Broderick.
we play a
Yeah,
game?
Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely seen that one. That one's good.
That was I love the idea of that. It was like it's like just very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, I like war
Patrick's
games.
seen both of them.
I'm not.
Black Hole's weird.
I don't think this one's streaming anywhere.
Something Wicked This Way
Yeah.
Comes.
I'll find it.
Dude, it was a creepy movie.
The Black Hole.
Like, I could never go to this movie made it to where, like, so many people got phobias, like, for instance, clowns and stuff like that. Everybody got phobia. You know
You
what
got carnies?
You know what my phobia? It wasn't carnies, but my phobia, the thing that I would never go do, would be the mirrors.
Oh,
I still won't do it now. Like,
I know the
you remember?
mirror maze.
Is that
You
a scene
remember the
from that
mirror
movie?
maze?
Yeah,
I wouldn't go do it.
Yeah, he wouldn't go in it.
I wouldn't go into it ever at a lake. And this movie is the reason I wouldn't do it. Something Wicked This Way Comes. If you can find it.
Oh, Black Hole's got some good people in it.
It does.
It's on,
And
it's
the
on
robots,
Disney Channel.
The robots are really cool.
It's got a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, it wasn't great.
But that's also what year was it?
Something Wicked
Oh, 79.
isn't Disney.
Oh, I thought it said Disney on the thing.
Maybe they bought it later. Who knows?
Yeah.
Haunted World. I mean, you know, it's so creepy. Like, it is truly.
Yeah, this
truly,
poster 100% says Disney, but it could just be some fake poster somebody made.
It's so creepy. Like, I if you could find it anywhere, I would be amazed. Oh, he said it's not on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think it's
weird
anywhere.
though, because doesn't Disney Plus give you all the Disney movies?
I mean, they took away that Willow show.
The show or the movie?
The show. Remember they I never got a chance to watch it.
I never saw the Willow show.
I didn't either. Apparently, it was not very good. But they like released it and they like it bombed and they canceled it and then they just took it off the service.
Why? They keep going with Rings of Power.
I know.
Rings of Power.
Okay.
Sorry, did I not muffle that enough?
You did
I
not.
tried that. So
Cock rings.
you know, Game
Yeah,
of
that
Crones.
At that,
We'll just wrap it up from there.
It was well, you know,
Only the woke Disney movies are left.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
Buzz
okay.
Lightyear and
Buzz Lightyear, where he's
And
got lesbian moms
Cock Rings of Power.
making out.
That's
and
on Amazon.
Cock Rings of Power. I don't think it's on Amazon. I'm pretty sure it's on like Pornhub. I don't know. I don't know where else it would be.
God.
I know, like it. You know.
Wear that
Oh,
shit out.
Oh,
That was fun.
Well, it. Why had a stroke? What is 2 + 2? I don't know. The Rings of Power suck more than Black Hole. Well, I appreciate that. That's, you know what? That makes me feel a little bit better. No more woke Phil common. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Sounds too traumatizing for a Disney movie. It could be. It was very traumatizing. I struggled with it. It gave me nightmares.
It sounds like it.
Star Wars gave me nightmares too when I was a kid.
Oh, Darth
Especially,
Vader. Get you.
well, the Darth Vader scene where Luke goes underground, like he's working with Yoda, he goes underground, and like he sees his dad or whatever, and he's like, and they're like,
Yes,
and
imagery.
really, that like I just crossed him. I mashed the movies together. It was Alien and Star Wars. Couldn't get over it ever again. It was
died.
it was a massive problem.
Had
So,
fun this week, buddy. Love y'all.
love you, man. Appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for coming out, hanging out with us. Love all of you. Steve Spent, Brian Woodward, Lurker Troy, Patrick Grant, Sam Online, Phil Rivera, my good friend, Phil Rivera, Steve Spent. Good to see you, Cincinnati. Did I miss anybody? Patrick,
Cincinnati.
Ron Hardcrackers. I miss anybody else? Jeff Wadsworth, welcome aboard. Appreciate you. Y'all all have a wonderful night. We will see y'all next week. Y'all behave. Yeah.